sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand.
Now I'd like to invite Spencer up to share a few words with us.
It was a time not so long ago. My mother and I, we were sitting in the living room chatting, and we heard a couple noises from the bathroom. We heard a, "Oh my word, holy cow, I can't believe it." So very concerned, my mother and I, we run to the bathroom. And there, standing there with his shirt off, in front of a mirror, flexing, is my father. And he turns around to us, pops his pec, and says, "I can't believe I still look this good." And then continue to pop his pecs some more. Thank you everyone for being here. I can't express how much it means to me that every single one of you took time of your day to celebrate my dad's life. And my father was always the more the merrier type, so he's very happy. My father positively and lovingly impacted so many people. It was awe-inspiring to witness as his son. Well, every son thinks that their father is the very best guy on the planet. But it's amazing to see how many other people agree with me. Last, I now begin the most impossible task of conveying or summarizing my father to you guys in words. They can't describe it. Neither can a string of funny stories. But as I know my father would say, try anyways. And so I begin. Throughout the whole of my life, people have said how incredibly identical my father and I are. Not physically, because I certainly did not have the fair hair, pinkish skin, Scottish amalgamation thing going on. Although my kilt says differently. But with everything else. Besides the fact that for the last 2 years my mother has constantly referred to me as Duncan and him as Spencer, everyone and anyone who knew my father would tell this to me. For example, when my mother would give me a food item in the kitchen, and she'd say, "You gotta shake it well before opening it," I would say, "Okay, if you insist, and continue to dance. Shaking it's funny." And my mother would, shake her head, laugh, and say, "Your father has been doing that to me for 20 years. Every single time." It would take days, honestly, to explain to you how my father was the epitome of a do-gooder, or explain the tales of my father's leadership virtuoso and ethical integrity. But I'm going to focus on the teacher. My father was as much of a teacher to me as he was a Superman. Whether it was when he would drag me into the gym and teach me how to defend myself against bullies' pushes or strangers in the bathroom. It was three things. Boom, boom, boom. Or in the gym, how to get to Muscle Beach. That way. Classic. He also taught me, all kidding aside, what it is to be a man. Now, he believed, one, you should have a special connection with nature. So he had to push me to get over my fear of bugs, cockroaches, wild animals. At the tender age of like 2, as a man, he also believed that you should live your life with love and integrity. But what exactly is integrity? People throw the word around all the time, and my father would ask this question to people, and what is integrity? And when they didn't give him back the appropriate response, he would tell them. Integrity is honesty. To take your word to the bank and back without having to profess, I promise, or swear to God. Integrity was ethics. That you always did the right thing, whether someone was in front of you or no one was around you. Integrity was honor. That I had always hold up the Ballentyne name and everything that it stood for, every second of every day. Integrity was compassion, kindness for everyone, no matter if they looked different than you, loved different than you, or acted different than you. That is what integrity signifies. And what my father lived his life by every second of every day. And he can take that to the grave and into heaven, knowing that not only did he say that, but he did it. But with his teachings often came repetition. For those of you who had a verbal lesson from my father, you would know that he repeated and repeated and repeated himself. And then after you got it, he would then quiz you on it. I'm not kidding. My dad also taught me one of the most important things a father can teach their son or child. How to be happy. I know Mr. Reagan and Aunt Becky already talked about his bookshelf. But if I was just to estimate, he had about 3.4 million books on happiness. I mean, it was insane. But he believed happiness was a combination of many things, but foremostly centered on love, meditation, family, friends, and purpose. Yes, he quizzed me on those. With his lessons, he has showed me happiness. He has taught me how to be compassionate, worth filling such grand shoes before me. So now I have the tools to teach my son, in the future, don't worry, Mom, Duncan Jr., on how to be happy and how to be a Ballentyne. So please, I know this is a sad time, but if you could do my dad just one thing, be happy. Laugh, because I don't want to say hate, because I'm pretty sure my father never hated anything. But he definitely disliked mourning. He gained utmost pleasure from getting every single giggle or a smile he could when he entertained people. So do as my father would want you all to do. Remember him. Remember his deeds. Remember his lessons. Use them. And be happy. Thank you.